Hi fellow YouTubers, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we'll be taking a look at the Akash Network, what Akash is, real world usage for Akash, the AKT token, which will be my passive income stream number 1, the Supermini, which I intend to use for my passive income stream number 2, the pros and cons of getting involved in the Akash Network, and finally we'll then go down to what my personal score is for the Akash Network. Without much further ado, let's dive straight into the video. Right, what is Akash and the case of Akash? Akash is a peer-to-peer open source cloud computing, and it's meant to be permissionless and censorship resistant, and it's also meant to be cheaper than AWS, Microsoft and Google cloud computing providers. They traditionally three of the biggest cloud providers in the world, and it achieves this by letting customers bid for underutilized computing resources. That's how Akash achieves this, three times, of it being 3 times cheaper than the other traditional cloud computing. Its main focus is on the blockchain stroke AI machine learning, so you could actually deploy your blockchain code or your blockchain application to underutilized computing resources. It's also a proof of stake consensus rather than the proof of work consensus, which proof of work is where you have Bitcoin and Ethereum use, where you have computers trying to solve complex mathematical algorithm to actually get reward, unlike proof of stake, where you simply just stake your token and you kind of provide liquidity for the network and you earn some reward back. Again, the difference between Akash and other traditional cloud computing providers is that it's decentralized as opposed to distributed. Now let's take a look at the real world use case of the Akash network. We'll start with decentralized application. Now let's take an example of a decentralized application that's hosted on Amazon. Should anything happen to Amazon or the Amazon network, there is a chance that your application goes down as well if or when something happens to the Amazon network, as recently seen with the Fastly issue, which resulted in a couple of international websites going down, the Guardian, the Financial Times, the Gov.uk website going down. And this is as a result of all of these cloud providers being distributed. Something happens to their network, everything grinds to a halt. With Akash network, you could potentially deploy your application to tens, if not hundreds of Supermini, and should one or some of them go down, your application is still up and running because it's decentralized. It's run on multiple Superminis, or it's actually run on multiple super cloud providers, or underlying cloud providers, I was meant to say. The other thing is the serverless application thing. With the Akash network, you don't have to worry about managing the underlying servers, but simply just concentrate on developing and maintaining your code. That's it. The infrastructure underneath everything is actually managed by the providers, or if you're an investor in the Supermini, you actually maintain that. And another thing about the real world usage is the Akash Mini. It actually serves as a super cloud. What this really means is you can deploy your application across multiple cloud providers. So if one of them was to go down, and your application is actually spread across all of them, if one of them was to go down, your application is still up and running due to the power of the Akash. Now let's take a quick look at the Akash token, AKT. The Akash token is the utility token used by the Akash network. What that really means is it's the reserve currency for the network. Every single transaction that takes place on the Akash network is done using the AKT token. You could actually stake this Akash token to secure and normalize the compute price of the marketplace, and stake AKT actually earn block reward from the validators. You have validators out there that you could actually stake your AKT token with. Two of them is the Cosmos Station and Kepler, and they both will be used as a source of passive income. So this is passive income number one, which is staking the Akash token. Let's just take a quick look at the Akash token and what the Akash website itself actually says about the Akash token. Looking at the Akash Network website, we come down to the tokens page. Again, I'll provide all the links to all of these in the description below. So the website says the AKT token is the utility token powering the world's first open source. There are a couple of exchanges that you can actually buy the AKT token in: AscendX, Bitmat, Bitrex, Gates.io, DigiPhoenix, and BHX. It then goes on to describe what AKT is. Decentralized. Again, network is the world's first decentralized open source cloud, providing faster, more efficient, and lower cost application deployment for the high growth industry, including DeFi, decentralized organizations and application, and machine learning / AI. So that's what the Akash network is, and the AKT is the token you actually use for transacting the Akash network. They then go on to talk about the AKT metrics, the current price, the inflation, the bonded ratio, so the amount of AKT that people have actually staked, and go on to talk about the benefit of AKT token again. And then if you want to stake your AKT after buying the AKT, you could actually do it on using Cosmos Station or Kepler, and a couple of other things on the site. Again, how to buy AKT and how to stake AKT, but we're actually here for the staking AKT. To stake your AKT, you need to buy your AKT, and these are the exchanges you could buy and your AKT from, and then to stake it, these are the two apps you can stake it. And I'll actually make another separate video on how to buy and stake AKT. However, if you want to have a look at how much you could actually make or potentially make by staking your AKT, we could actually go to staking rewards. Again, I'll provide all the links in the description below. So looking at staking rewards, you can actually see the price of AKT is actually dropped in the last 30 days by almost 28%, which is it's a general consensus of what the market is currently like now. The whole market has dropped in the last few months. In the last 30 days, it's dropped by 28%. Not just Akash, but the market in general. Staking rewards then goes on to talk about if you want to delegate, which is if you want to stake your AKT, or if you want to run in the validator node, and the risk, the complexity, and I'll leave all of that in the details if you want to go through these. Now, this is where the fun begins. So if you want to stake $1,000 or $1,000 worth of AKT, if you want to buy $1,000 worth of AKT, and if you would then want to stake it, this website is going to show you how much you could potentially make in a year, 2, 3, 4 years, depending on how long you actually want to stake your AKT for. So in this example, we're going to use $1,000. We say we want to stake it for a year, and we want to delegate our AKT, which is staking AKT. And then the price, if we were to stake $1,000 worth of AKT today, how much will we actually get back in a year's time? As you can see there, it says you will potentially get back 1,556, which isn't too bad, and that's as a result of the reward rate. So as you can see, there's huge potential out here for staking your AKT. In fact, staking this AKT potentially, could actually make you more money than getting a super mini. But that's potentially, that's my personal view. But we'll have a look at the super mini, and it could actually compound your AKT. So if you was to compound your AKT, meaning you claim your reward, let's say you're doing this daily, you claim your reward daily and then restake your AKT reward that you get for that day, you could potentially actually get make more. I think the last one was 1,500 and something. Now it's gone up to 1,668. That's how much you could actually make by compounding your AKT reward. And again, this is just based on AKT staying at the current price. If you change it to bearish, again, $1,000 worth of investment in AKT, you still get about 1,501 back. And if you say you're super bearish, you still get something back, about say $300 extra back. Now let's go back to the case of being super bullish. I want to say to the moon, which is about 500%. If we was to change this to being super bullish, you could see the return, the crazy amount of return we could potentially get from simply staking $1,000 over a year, over $5,000. And some of you out there might be thinking, is that really real? Well, in the crypto world, it is possible, simply because you've seen coins do 1,000x, in a single bull run. You've seen coin do 5,000x, 500x, 100x. So it is possible, but these sites would actually give you an understanding as to how much potential reward you could get from staking the AKT. Again, I will advise anyone, again, I'm not a financial advisor, but this is what I'm going to be doing personally. I'm going to be compounding my interest, or compounding my AKT. So meaning at least a day or every other day, I'm going to make sure I claim my reward and reinvest in those claim reward back, or redelegate them back into AKT. Now we'll take a look at the Akash Supermini, which will be used as a passive income stream number 2 on the Akash project. The Akash Supermini is a portable supercomputer, and it provides computing resources for the Akash network. Put simply, you earn passive income by plugging in this Supermini, and you simply become a node providing computing resources on the Akash network, and people simply bid for computing power if you own a Supermini. It currently costs estimated to cost around $1,000, but it is completely sold out now. I believe just about 100 was made back then, and it's just completely sold out now. You can't get the Supermini, and there is a waiting list of about 20,000 people currently in the waiting list to get a Supermini. But this is another source of passive income on the Akash network. The first one being the AKT token, which you could actually stake to make some passive income on the Akash network. Now let's take a quick run on the Akash network website to see what the Akash Supermini is. Right, you see on the old network, on the old Akash website, you used to be able to navigate to the Supermini somewhere right at the top here, and I believe they've just moved it, maybe simply because it's sold out and they just didn't want people going down to the site or to the page on the website for the Supermini by being able to navigate to the page right at the top there. But anyway, to get to the Akash Supermini, now I scroll right to the bottom, and then underneath products you go to the Supermini, and from here you actually see the Akash Supermini. As you can see, it's a well-designed supercomputer, or Supermini as Akash actually refers to it. And oh, I thought you could actually flip this around. Well, maybe you could. As you can see, it's got its own display there, and okay, it looks like as you scroll down, so scroll up or you scroll down, you can simply see the a Supermini rotate. But anyway, that's what a Supermini looks like, or it's meant to look like. And you buy the Supermini, you plug it in, and you become a node, and you provide computing resources on the Akash network, and you earn reward by being paid in AKT for providing computing resources on the Akash network. So if a customer was to come, they actually bid for computing resources, you simply get paid for hosting the application on your Supermini. So that's what the Supermini looks like, and says the most powerful portable supercomputer. It's currently sold out. Like I said, if you want to join the waiting list, you're more than welcome to join the waiting list. But like I said, there are over 20,000 people currently on the waiting list. And again, the website goes on to explain how it works. Quickly and easy generate passive income at home or at the office by building a cloud provider on Akash Cloud, the world's first decentralized cloud marketplace. And you run application and machine learning workload on there, or offer your super minis and use compute to earn Akash token. That's what so you plug it in, offer compute, and you earn some AKT. So that's what the Akash Supermini is all about. And it then goes on to talk about the specs. GPU, NVIDIA Volta, 25 GB memory, which is a lot for something that looks that small, and 544 GB of eMCC. It's okay, it's not too bad. And 60 core of ARM CPU for something that small. It really packs a punch. And then the benefits of a cloud computer, 2 to 3 times less than the marketplace, to empower builders of the internet with more freedom. Again, it's all about being decentralized application, and you earn some passive income with Akash token and stake for more earning. So you can simply provide some computing resources and some AKT, and then double whammy of actually staking your earned AKT as well. And so again, that's the Supermini. It's sold out. You could actually join the waiting list if you so wish to join the waiting list for the Akash Supermini. Now let's take a look at the pros and cons of actually using the Akash network or getting involved with the Akash network project. The first one is the Akash network is a decentralized cloud computing provider, as opposed to the distributed computing providers out there, the traditional ones like the AWS, the Microsoft Azure, or the Google GCP. And the second thing about the Akash network is it's relatively cheaper than the other cloud providers, and this is achieved by its bidding process. The third thing we'll look at regarding the pros of the Akash network is it's a multi-cloud. It supports multi-cloud application deployment, in that on the Akash network could actually let you deploy onto multiple cloud providers, as opposed to being stuck with just one single one. It has high staking reward, and it then plans of paying reward or dividend in form of dividend reward come sometime next year. Those are the pros of the Akash network. The cons is it's a highly risky project, and as with any other cryptocurrency project, it's highly risky. It's got multi-billion-dollar competitors in the big tech, and they could actually get it in blockchain and start eating into the Akash network market. The other thing is the Supermini is not available. It's currently sold out, and there's no date for it to of the Supermini being available for investors or people like us to actually buy the Supermini. Those are the pros and cons that I believe for the Akash network. And this core, I'm really very bullish. I'm personally very bullish on the Akash network, being the fact that all it needs is just 1 to 2% market share of the cloud computing. Like, you actually really see this company growing in the next few years. It's got collaboration with a couple of other blockchain developers, and it's got more applications being deployed on the network. So I'm very bullish because of all of these things. So anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching my channel. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe. If you won't click on the like button now, please click on the like button, so the YouTube algorithm could actually recommend this video to more and more people. But anyway, thank you very much.